What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. As promised, I was gonna get you guys an update with my buddy Sam's car, who hit the dyno and made like 898 wheel horsepower on his fully built Evo 8. And when I say built, I mean it's got a dog box PPG gear set, it's got a full long block. Actually, you know what, it might have a stock head now. I forgot. I'll have him explain it. But anyway, he had a little mishap on the dyno, and I don't want to make the last video I made with his Evo too long because it was already approaching like 40 minutes or something like that. So right now we are on the way to Dsport, sat in about an hour of traffic per usual, and we're gonna check out, see what's going on with the Evo. There it is, we've arrived. All right, guys, we made it with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Sam.
What up?
And he put the car in the perfect lighting.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right here, dyno day number 5.
I mean, soon.
Yeah, so
No more dynos for now.
I was telling Sam that you guys last time saw it was basically in this exact spot where you saw it doing a pull, and I'm gonna have Sam explain everything just because there was a lot that went on even that night of the video when they put in the T-case, put in the trans, and just, you know, when they did that pull and the car shut off. So you want to tell everyone what happened?
Yeah, so the first time what Josh was explaining when the car shut off, it was like when it made 903 or something like that. John said, I guess third cylinder injector leaned out, and then it toasted a piston. It toasted third cylinder because injector 3 leaned out, and then we had to pretty much take it apart. Well, it was already like deadline. We had to leave. It was Thursday, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Thursday. We had to leave to Colorado already. It was like 3 p.m. We were like, fuck, what do we do?
Mm.
And then Mike came and was like, you know what? Like, we have time to, you know, put a new piston in. Like, just get new pistons and then, you know, check everything, make sure everything's good, and then slap it back together. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. We have nothing else to lose. We went to the other side, started taking everything apart. We pulled the motor out. Only thing that was bad was piston number 3. It was like a little scuffing on the wall, but it wasn't too bad. You know, we honed it out a little bit. Bearings look good. So we got a set of Manley pistons, threw it in. It was like an overnight job. Like everything. And then we went in and figured out that, well, from what Mike was saying, the cam was off a tooth. So we went and fixed that, but I honestly don't really think it was that. So we just went and did it anyways. We did it, and then it was the next day, I think, right? Friday morning, we went and we put everything back. We were gonna start the car, and then everyone was tired already. We're like just trying to get the car started.
Yeah, just to like paint the picture too, how like much did you sleep during the whole process?
Those 2 days, including the T-case thing,
Yeah.
4 hours. 4 hours total from, I think it was Wednesday night to Friday morning, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't sleep at all. And I was dead. Like, you saw me. I was like zombie mode.
Yeah, you were dead tired.
Yeah, we went in and we were supposed to check the timing, but for some reason we didn't. The ignition timing, since we had moved the exhaust cam forward, and that's where we advanced the exhaust cam, but the exhaust cam is where the cam trigger is, where it syncs to the crank trigger, and for some reason, like, we missed that step. It was just some miscommunication. Like, it was just too rushed, I guess. So that happened. John was doing his little thing to get the car started. We were like, why isn't it starting? But it's because we didn't sync the ignition. But he ended up getting it running, and then we were running out of time. We threw it on the dyno, and then it was just like not working. You know, it sounded weird. I was too tired. I was just sitting there like, whatever. And then everyone else like, this doesn't sound right. So John was like, trying to figure it out still. And then like third pull in, like it like toasted second cylinder again, or not again, but it toasted another piston, and we're just like, what the hell happened? And then you got that on video, right?
Oh yeah, I have that. Yeah.
So,
All right, one very long drive later. Look at this. They already have the enclosed trailer ready for Sam's car. It's time to see what goes down.
hold on, there. Try to put some more fuel pressure.
Your face.
It's kind of crazy to so much fuel pressure. No.
Sam. There you go, he's got the stickers on, ready to go. Round 2. Hey Sam, I was telling everyone in the video that you're the GOAT.
Huh?
You're the GOAT.
Oh,
Doing the impossible.
I'm dead, bro.
Sam only slept 2 hours at the machine shop.
As it's like, rat!
As it's rat.
Yeah, that happened. We put out the spark plug. I don't know if you saw the spark plug. It was like toasted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that happened, and we're like, what the hell? Like, why did that happen? So John eventually went in, and was like, wait, why is it 45 degrees off? And then that's when I went over, and I was like, fuck, I should have said something. I was like, hey, like, we never synced the ignition. He was like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, because we moved the cam, and then, you know, it might have been off. And he was like, fuck, someone said it was on the intake side. I'm like, no, this is the Evo 8, not a 9. I was like, god damn it. I don't want to name the names, but
Yeah, and for those, like, what he's talking about too is the Evo 8 doesn't have any MyVec either, so you were saying that the timing light or syncing the timing is even more important.
Yeah,
because with
so,
MyVec you can kind of catch it.
Yeah, and then Evo 10s, they don't need that because it's dual MyVec, so like,
Yeah.
you'll know something's off or two without this happening.
Yeah, having to go on the dyno.
And the Infinity is weird, like the Infinity just, you know, most ECUs don't have to do this timing sync, but for some reason the Infinity, like, I was having trouble starting that black car yesterday because even though it's the same base map, it could still be off.
Right.
Just because just how the ECU is, like, it has to be synced together. So you have to go in there, get with the timing light, and like move it back and forth.
Yeah. So some lady walked in right now, is trying to sell Sam's work, some supplies, but last time I was here, Sam did not have the TEs on. I don't think you guys got to see the TEs. Maybe you have. In case this is the first video you're watching, he had the SC wheels, which are these, if you guys know, Evos. They look really, really good. He's got M&H tires on it, Volk TE 37s. Just a quick recap too, if you guys are new to the videos and you're kind of working backwards. It's a custom precision 64mm, so it is the same wheel from a 64-66 with the custom back housing. And it looks really, really good in purple to match the valve cover, the wastegates, the blow-off valve. I always love when cars have like this, like color coordination. Like, I don't really, not that anything's wrong with it, but when you got one thing that's pink and one thing that's yellow and one thing that's like lime green or something, I don't think it looks very good. But as you can tell, the car like really flows together quite nicely. Something that Sam didn't mention too, in case again you guys are new, is he did go with like somewhat close to stock, or maybe like 9-to-1 compression, nothing too crazy high. Huge argument in the car community is people who want to do crazy high boost and like crazy high compression, like 11.5-to-1 with aluminum rods and throw like 60 psi at it or something. I mean, I've seen people try it. I haven't really seen anyone with like incredible success with it, but if it's possible and you know someone or a video of it, please post in the comments, because I'd be interested to see it, just because I've never really seen it. But typically with drag racing cars too, you always see a lower compression, higher boost. Just out of curiosity, guys, how many guys actually missed my Evo 9 that have like actually followed this channel and seen the journey of the STI to the Evo 9 to now the Evo 10? Comment down below. So initially Sam thought he had a different problem, because you were saying something about the compression tester,
yeah.
right?
So we went on both engines. We went and did a compression test after like we toasted the pistons, and we were getting like 75 across the board. And then I was like, what? That makes no sense. Like, even if like third cylinder had 0 compression, 1, 2, and 4 should have been like at least minimum 130, 140. So, the first time we're like, oh, whatever, like 75. And then the second time we're like, all right, well, we fixed everything else. It's number 2, toasted again. We went compression test, it was like 75. Number 2 had like 20, so it had compression, or 30 or something. And then 3 and 4 were like 75 also. Like, what is going on? Like, why are these? I mean, yeah, we have low compression pistons. Like, why is it running so low compression? And then it was whatever. When we went to Colorado, like the car drove fine, came back. We're like, all right, let's do a real compression test. Like, let's find a different compression tester. We used the same one that I used on my car on Jesus' car. And then he was getting like 70 compression too, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, he has that compression motor, his should be way higher than mine. Right. So we determined it had to be the tester. We went and got a different tester, put it on his, and like, we didn't fully do it, but it went up to like 120. I'm like, okay, like, we're getting somewhere. So we took that compression tester, came to mine, and we realized that 1, 3, and 4 were 130, and then number 2, the one that had a toasted piston, was at 100. So we're like, okay, so it's not the engine, it was just a compression tester. So after I was hyped about that, I told John, hey, like, we have compression in 2 still. And then he was like, yeah? And then I'm like, yeah, maybe we could like throw it on the dyno and see what happens. And he was like, all right, well, you're driving, because I don't want to fry another piston. I'm like, piston's already fried, like, so bad. We did like first pull, I made like 420 or whatever, and then he added a little more boost, and then like I floored it, like it was doing good, and then like right when it hit like around 7 or 7,500 RPM, that's when like the piston was like, nah, I can't do this no more, and he just like completely let go. That's when it, like, a cloud of smoke popped out the exhaust. It was still idling, so we knew that they didn't throw a rod. But
the next step?
Next step, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it here for a bit. I got other stuff that I have to worry about for now.
Right.
But eventually I'll pull it out and then see what happens. For now, it's just, I mean, I could drive it back and forth. It just misfires because number 2 is not firing.
Right.
Yeah.
So right now, guys, it's
paperweight.
Yeah, it's in limbo right now.
Yeah. It still looks good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, I got the T's. I almost sold these, but I ended up keeping it. I'm gonna throw the SC wheels back on because I don't want to flat spot these tires.
All right, guys, I'm gonna let Sam get back to it because I interrupted him while he's literally working. But I wanted him to explain it because obviously this is his car and he was a part of the whole mishap. And you guys know that last video I jammed out like halfway through because I knew they're gonna be here till the sun's rising.
Yeah, and we did.
But
so the next day.
Yeah, and
I slept here in the parking lot actually. We're just knocked out. He had to wake me up. He was like, "Hey, get up." I'm like, "Oh man."
I was at like 3 in the morning, right, or something?
5 in the morning.
5 in the morning.
I slept at 3. We woke up. I woke up at 5. He was like, "Hey, get up! Come on, we gotta do it." I'm like, "Fuck."
That's crazy. So if you guys are excited to see more of this car at some point, give this video a like. Check out Sam's Instagram. He's a great engine builder. Maybe one day I'll I don't know, one day we'll just come up with some money and build a 4B11.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I told Sam, I don't even want to think about that.
Yeah.
It makes me angry because...
It's so expensive.
Yeah, exactly, with the sleeves and buying a Motec and...
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. If you're watching this, just stick with one of these.
Yeah.
You might have to buy a motor faster because the previous owner didn't take care of it, but at least...
Still cheaper than building a...
Yes. And the aftermarket support with like the rear end and the trans and just support in general. I think you'll save money and have more fun. I think these are gonna be worth crazy money. Like
unless somehow you end up being like an R&D car and like they just hook you up with everything and you're like, oh yeah, we want to do more aftermarket on 411s.
I don't think anyone cares about it, bro. And I know Evo 10 I was like, what? You know, like all mad about that. But I'm being serious. Like I think that these had so much support because, you know, it has a big fan base.
Yeah, it does.
But I think the Evo 10 was such a giant experiment, like, you know, for Mitsu to do a new engine, new chassis, that there's half the people really like it and the other half people are like, yeah, no.
It's kind of like the 2J and the B58, I guess. Like, but even then, a lot of people like the B58 or the new Supra because it's just nice.
Yeah.
If they made the Evo, if they had the support of the Supra as they would have with the Evo 10, I think it would have been bigger. But
yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think just the biggest thing was size and the weight, honestly. Yeah. If it wasn't so heavy and so big, I think it would have had a bigger fan base, but they went like crossover SUV with it.
Almost. They look alike, like, what's that, Outlander?
Yeah, the Outlander, yeah.
The front end is the same.
See, this is it, guys. This could have been like a spitting image of me. I love the Evo 10, but I also like the 9. We're all biased, right? Like, we just want all the cars. We don't want to sell nothing. Soon, I'm sure at some point, too, you guys will get some kind of update with this thing. I know they're making a harness for it because it had a bunch of wiring problems, as you guys know. And it was hitting that cut on the dyno. In the previous videos, I said it was a spark cut. And the guy, obviously, who's going to be tuning my car to my Evo 9, John, got very angry because he said it was not a spark cut. It's just hitting some kind of cut in general. But for once, guys, I'm actually going to be heading home while the sun's out. Today's my day off from work. I'm trying to enjoy it. I know this video was a little sporadic and random, but I wanted to get you guys some answers with what happened with my buddy Sam's car and kind of the future of what's going to go on. Obviously, as soon as we figure out a game plan for it. Whenever that might be, because it's going to be some time. Well, with that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more Evo content coming your guys' way, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.